Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're back with the 1983 Kawasaki GPZ1100, and we're going to figure out why I ain't got no lights back here. This guy is awesome. I mean, everything about it, it's great. I've loved it. We've got about 6,000 miles on it since we got it, so we put a lot of work in it and just found out these aren't working. So let's go ahead and pop this seat off, see if we can figure it out. Hopefully it's an easy fix and this will be a really short video, or it'll be a not so easy fix and this will be a really long video. What it's doing, not doing. Key on, lights. Whoa, it's got to be running for the headlights to work, but turn signal. We get nothing on this side, front or back, but we get something on here, front and back. So left side, no bueno, and this guy, no bueno. So let's see, maybe the first thing, we'll pop the seat off and then we'll pull this cover off and see if it could be a bulb. We'll find out. Turn this guy off. So key, unlock, and then pop it up. Not too bad for an original seat. We did repair it right there, which is a video. I'll link them in the description. Okay, let's unscrew these. I'm hoping it's a bulb, but I don't think it is. I'm thinking we're unplugged back behind the ECU. I think we have to get back there. I think I can either get to it behind the ECU, I can't remember, or underneath the fender. So underneath the fender liner, there's a cover. Okay, let's check, see if these bulbs are any good. That one fortunately looks good, and so does that one. Okay, so it's on to the next thing. Okay, we're gonna try pulling off this cover right under here. Should have four little 10mm set cover. Let's go ahead and pull that off. Okay, let's get this one off. Okay, let's get those. Let me get this. Come on, sucker. You're wondering how I'm getting, wondering how I'm getting these shots. Yep, that's it. Laying on the ground, looking up at this so you can see what's going on. Okay, when I was on my way back from getting a screwdriver, I remembered that there's some connectors out under this, so pop this guy off. It just has these little guys that it sticks underneath, and there's some wires back here, so let's check those out. And looking in here, we do have a couple of wires unplugged. So here's the ends of them over here. So we'll get them. We'll start plugging things in, see if we can get to work. Hard to show what we're doing in here because on two hands and on this thing, and I don't know if that's in all the way. That's, boy, that one's built in. You guys can just say it. Okay, this connector is not very good. Okay, I trimmed the end off the plastic, so now it feels like it wants to go in. Okay. That's one. Let me get the other one. I'm gonna do the same thing on this plastic too. Okay, using this handy dandy little knife. I know, you guys don't, I am a trained professional, so don't let the size fool you. Well, they say it's not the size of the knife, it's how you use it. But scissors come in handy, so let's go ahead and put that other one in. Got it. Okay, I have turn signals now. Front and, well, in the back, don't have any up here. Still this one, no bueno. This side, hold on. I don't have any up front now. That's weird. I got them on the left side in the back. I have them on the right side in the back, but none in the front. I had them in the front earlier. Let's keep digging. Let me make sure all of my plugs are plugged in back here and And then if that doesn't work, we'll have to go to the fuse box. Okay, let me put this guy back in. Just has little rubber holders that they sit into. Let me just get it down there. Get one, then the other, and then we're good in the hood. Okay, let's take off this side cover. Okay, if I remember correctly, the fuses are back here. I've got this side or the other side, so it's roughly it's exactly a 50-50 chance. Yep, there they are. Let's see, do I have tail right there? Let me get this guy off. Hopefully we have a blown fuse. This is for a diagnostic tool. And hey, if anybody has an old Kawasaki diagnostic tool laying around, go ahead and let me know. I'd be into it. Come on. There we go. Okay, which one was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 3 from the blank. This one right here. Get out my handy knife. See if we have a blown fuse. I don't need my knife, I got my puller right there. It was the third one, correct? 1, 2, 3, yeah, third from here. Smack dab in the middle. Come on, yes. Looks like, is it blown? Yeah, it looks like it's burnt right there. We got another one right here, so let's see. I wonder why we blew a fuse. Oh, let's try now. Right there. Now, let's see if our turn signals work on both sides. Front and back, that's a weird thing. They're working in the back, not working in the front. Other side, oh, this one's just on all the time. That's a new development. This one, oh, this one's on all. No, it's not on all the time. It just looked like it the way no, it is. That one is. This one too? No. Am I going crazy or is that light on? One way to find out. You keep looking right there. I'll turn the engine off. Yeah. That's the way they're supposed to do. So you can be seen, but I got blinker back, blinker back. Let's figure out the next thing. Go ahead and post in the comments below. What do you think it is? We now have blinkers. Front and rear. I had to just get up here and pull these wires down, and I found one that had to do the same thing, trim the little plastic back so I could get the end in all the way, and now we'll just jam those back in there, and now we're good to go. We now have lights, brake lights, turn signal, and everything else. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put my spare back in there. I'm gonna put this one, this is a blank, this one does nothing, so I'm gonna put this other one in here just so I have it, just in case. And I gotta put my puller back in here. And let's put this cover back on. Good as new. Guys, if you have one of these old motorcycles, you know these fuel filters are, especially from Kawasaki, if you can find OEMs, they're stupid expensive. This is from Napa. I went there and looked through the books until we found one that looked exactly like it, and it works. It was like $6. In case you guys need one, why pay that? Oh, and also we have our temperature sensor is from a Volkswagen Beetle. Again, it was like $8. You can't get those temperature sensors from Kawasaki, so just a little thing. And the throttle position sensor, I don't have one, but the replacement you can't get, I mean, I have one on the bike, I haven't replaced it, is you can get a replacement from a 280Z. I think it's a 280ZX, one of those. Can't remember what year, but that's a whole lot easier than doing the other thing, trying to find a throttle position sensor, and if you need it. One more, the seat. lock it, pull the key out. So guys, there you have it. We were able to fix, quick fix on the 1983 Kawasaki GPZ1100 on the light little funk that we had. We did have a couple of issues. We were unplugged back here. We had one unplugged over here, and then we had a blown fuse. I'm guessing the unplugged lights is what caused the blown fuse. Could have, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. But this thing is awesome. Look. For those of you guys who don't know, I'll share. So on the interstate on my way to Colorado, I lost my fuel filler. I lost the cap. It blew off on the interstate. There's footage of that on the video. And yeah, talk about having to problem solve with what you have in your bag to get off the highway, because oil is all over the side of your bike. You're praying it's not on the tires that you know it's on, but you're still praying. And the first solution was to jam some microfiber, roll some microfiber towels up and jam them in there and stick my foot on it and ride till I got someplace. And then this is version 3.0. Ended up stopping at a hardware store and buying this rubber cork, put an eye hook, screwed an eye, one of those little eyelets into the cap of it, and daisy chained some zip ties together in case it fell off. I wouldn't lose it. I could just reach down, grab it, and jam it back in. And it's been that way ever since. I don't think I'm gonna change it, because I like the story that it has. You know, kind of like the scars, right? The scars tell a story, so that's some of its scars, and I love it. So I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And by the way, guys, we are just, I think maybe 400 subscribers away from giving away that really cool "You Meet the Nicest People on a Honda" banner. So go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you already did, tell your friends to go ahead and hit subscribe. And remember, have a great day.